The person you see on the screen is Vlad Savalev. He is a Russian video blogger better known by the nicknames Urban or the Successful Greek. Vlad became famous for portraying an extremely unclean and gluttonous character. He took part in crazy challenges involving high-calorie food, held drunken marathons, searched for a girlfriend, confessed his love on his streams, and more than once shared personal and intimate details of his life during broadcasts, often in moments of raw vulnerability. But let's start from the beginning. Vlad Savalev was born on November 5, 1981 in Moscow. His childhood was difficult, marked by conflicts with his stepfather and a grandmother who, according to some accounts, introduced him to alcohol early in life. After finishing school, Vlad tried applying to various educational institutions, but eventually chose one of the Moscow universities related to IT. His early life carried a sense of confusion and unstable direction. During this period, he experienced strict control from his mother and constant disrespect from his stepfather, pressure that pushed him to move in with his girlfriend. He registered his first YouTube channel on June 15, 2012, and the next day, he started uploading videos. The content back then was simple and harmless. Reviews of used electronics, footage of his old BMW, cheap gadget tests, and everyday vlogs. A personal diary filmed on a phone. No editing, no script, but with a genuine attempt to feel relatable. Vlad quickly realized YouTube was a place where he could reinvent himself. He experimented constantly. Humorous segments, food reviews, personal stories, weight loss attempts, even interviews and small projects with friends. These experiments created meme-worthy clips that spread fast. His unpredictability made viewers curious, giving him his first loyal audience. He cycled through genres one after another: philosophical reflections, bizarre sketches, trash content, seeking a breakthrough. At the start, he looked relatively neat and composed, but beneath that, his overwhelming thirst for fame and hype was growing, a desire that would eventually lead to his downfall. After a painful breakup with his previous girlfriend, he met a woman he eventually married. For a while, things were stable. They lived together, made plans, tried to improve their financial situation. During this period, Vlad launched his first successful business. Together with his wife, they sold clothing and various items with a markup at a time when competition was low. For the first time, he earned real money, enough to buy cars and feel a sense of personal freedom. But cracks began to appear. Constant streaming, phone calls, and Vlad's emotional instability slowly damaged the marriage. Eventually, the family fell apart and the business closed. Later, he married another woman, the future mother of his daughter, Elena. But Vlad openly admitted struggling with depression and harmful habits, sinking deeper into emotional disorder. In a shocking moment of raw honesty, he even admitted on stream, in front of his then current wife, that he used the services of sex workers. The birth of his daughter should have been a turning point filled with hope, but instead, it brought new pressure and new strain. His real life and online persona were colliding in painful contrast. When his second marriage collapsed and his popularity began to fade, Vlad turned toward the one thing that still brought fast money: trash. Trash streams, alcohol marathons, endless food challenges. He would eat massive amounts of greasy food, mix disgusting combinations, wash everything down with energy drinks or alcohol, and do it all live, often in a half-ruined state. As his dependence on donations grew, Vlad turned to manipulative tactics, fundraisers for weight loss, for charity, for his daughter, even for an orphanage. But viewers noticed failure after failure. The goals were unmet, the money disappeared, and new bottles and high-calorie meals kept appearing. Suspicion turned into anger, and the atmosphere around him grew increasingly toxic. Scandals erupted. People accused him of deception and emotional manipulation. Vlad reacted with aggression, banning anyone who asked difficult questions, calling all criticism pure hate. Meanwhile, his content became more and more cringe. He smashed eggs on his head, smeared himself with food, screamed, grunted, and fulfilled any request for donations. Moments of humiliation witnessed live. Gaming streams turned into absolute chaos. Confusion, yelling, cursing. The behavior of a man falling apart. This attracted a new, highly toxic audience that watched him not as a creator, but as a clown. Another bizarre chapter emerged: his attempts at public romance. Bizarre bride contests, live calls to random women, declarations of love mixed with desperation. He wore makeup, did beauty streams, and desperately tried to present himself as a successful man, while hiding his real weight, lifestyle, and psychological state. Women who learned the truth often cut him off, worsening his internal conflict and loneliness. Parallel to this, Vlad was noticed by another trash streamer, Vigilink. Their collaboration began like a normal partnership: jokes, videos, streams. But it soon became clear that Link saw Vlad as an easy target, someone willing to endure any insult for attention. This became painfully clear during the Top Hat streaming events, where Vlad became the main target of mockery. Vigilink provoked him, pushed him toward hysteria, and encouraged others to humiliate him. From accusations of stealing gold to stage scenes involving a chicken only Vlad could see, he became the victim of collective humiliation. Despite all this, Vlad stayed because he wanted friends and because the streams brought big donations. He repeatedly said he had no real friends. In Link, he thought he had found a kindred spirit, but instead, he found exploitation wrapped in false friendship. In one chapter of his life, Vlad fled to Greece hoping to escape toxicity, stress, and constant criticism. He said he wanted to lose weight, rebuild himself, and live calmly. At first, it looked promising: walks, housing searches, attempts at adapting, but soon old problems resurfaced: loneliness, mental deterioration, and unstable income. He claimed he faced issues with documents and staying legally in the country. Eventually, he said Greek authorities refused to let him stay, and he was deported. The reasons were unclear: bureaucracy, personal mistakes, misunderstandings, a mix of confusion and frustration. Through his media activity, Vlad became a hostage to his own image. Like many trash creators, he fell into a vicious circle. The worse his condition became, the more views he got, and the more views, the stronger the pressure for more outrageous, humiliating content. He became dependent on donors, letting them control his behavior. Unlike creators who used trash content temporarily, Vlad became trapped in the persona he created. The line between show and reality blurred, and slowly, that persona consumed his true identity. He sank deeper into a pit of irony, pain, and self-destruction. Recently, Vlad has vanished from the internet. No new posts, no streams, silence. Whether he returns or not remains uncertain, but his story stands as a raw reminder of how fame, hype, and emotional instability can transform a person into the prisoner of their own online image.